Welcome into the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I am Harrison Graham, your host as always, and it is Overreaction Monday here on the Chiefs Report. So we got a lot of storylines, some news, some rumors to get into coming off that ugly 27-3 loss to the Tennessee Titans. So buckle up because we got a lot to get into here on today's show. 5 topics that we will explore, and let's go ahead and jump on into it here. How about firing Steve Spagnuolo? Is it time for Andy Reid to fire his longtime friend and defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo after another tough performance from this defense on Sunday? I'm leaning yes, and my main point is whether it's all on Spags or whether the offense deserves a lot of blame, which they certainly do, whether it's player-driven, whatever the case may be, this team needs a spark. They need something to wake this team up, a jolt of energy. And sometimes you have to fire a coach to inspire a team. I know that sounds stupid, and this team shouldn't be at that level based on their track record the last 3 years, but this team needs a spark. Spags gave this team a spark the last 2 years, taking over as defensive coordinator, but look at the numbers, guys. They're just not good. 27th in points per game allowed at 29 a game. Yards per game allowed, 404.6. Passing yards allowed, 26th in the NFL at 275 plus. Almost 130 yards on the ground allowed. That's 27th in the league. Only 7 takeaways. That's 1 per. That's tied for 18th, which isn't as bad, but still not good when you're not slowing teams down either. You either got to slow teams down or you got to get takeaways, and the Chiefs are doing neither right now. Oh, and by the way, there are 8 sacks. Yeah, that's dead last in the NFL. They've paid Chris Jones and Frank Clark over $20 million a year, and they're dead last in sacks. That can't happen. You went out and got Jarran Reed. He's been a bust. They don't get any pass rush whatsoever. In a game in which Kansas City actually, I won't say flat out shut down, but pretty much shut down Derrick Henry, you still give up 27 points in the first half? No pass rush on Ryan Tannehill? Can't have it, man. This team needs a spark somewhere, and maybe firing Steve Spagnuolo is the spark that this team needs. So I'll ask you guys, should the Chiefs fire Spags? Is it time to fire Steve Spagnuolo? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Get your votes in down in the comments. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video, so if you get hit with a YouTube ad break, scroll on down to the pinned comment and just reply with a Y or an N. Let's talk more about the defense and talk about one of those high-paid players, Chris Jones. Is he loafing around? Is he just kind of half-assing? I kind of think he is. There was a pretty damning clip against the Titans that surfaced on Sunday. You probably saw it on social media. His effort was embarrassing in that game. In this clip, he gets off his block as Derrick Henry is running by him on a carry, and instead of really trying to lower his shoulder or wrap up on him, he kind of just does a little swing with his arm, just oh, it's not two-hand touch. Derrick Henry, just keep going. What was that? If you don't know what I'm talking about, hit me up on Twitter at HGrahamNFL, and I will direct you to the tweet because that was just disastrous. You can probably find it on my timeline. Check this out. And I know Jones has been banged up, and they've been experimenting with him at defensive end, and I don't think that's worked out. These are his stats since Week 1, because in Week 1 he was great against the Browns. Had 2 sacks, and that's against a good offensive line. He was tremendous. Since then, though, while he's missed 2 games, or 2 or 3 games, can't remember, he's played in 3 games. 3 or 4. I think it's 3, though. 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, no sacks. Move Chris Jones back to defensive tackle. This experiment at defensive end is not working. It's not working. I think his effort is bad. I think his energy is low, and I think he's too heavy to play defensive end in a 4-3 scheme. Slide him back to 3 technique, bench Jarran Reed, and let's go. Get Michael Danamore playing time. Get the rookie Joshua Kando out there more. I don't care who it is, but Chris Jones can't play defensive end. He's got to give you more effort, and he played better at defensive tackle. So move him back. The experiment is over. We got to get more out of Chris Jones because they're paying him way too much money to give basically little production to this defense. Shout out to BetUS, our presenting sponsor on today's show. BetUS is a sports book, the best sportsbook partner in the game because you can make a lot of money betting on sports with BetUS. Here's the deal. Follow these steps. Go to our link below, chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. It's now up there, chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Enter the promo code Chiefs125. That's going to get you a 125% deposit bonus. You sign up and deposit $100, you'll get $125 for free with that deposit bonus. And for you new BetUS customers, once you do all that, all you got to do is place a bet on any game for any amount. Go lay $5 on or against the Chiefs. Go bet on the World Series. It doesn't matter. Once you do that, email us, jersey@chatsports.com. We've got some brand new Nike Authentic NFL Chiefs jerseys to give away. Guys, the inverted jerseys are back. I know some of y'all were asking me last year about the yellow ones. We got them available for Patrick Mahomes. We have the red Mahomes one available as well. So is the red Kelsey one. But we also got the yellow inverted Tyreek Hill jerseys. I know Mahomes and Hill have been struggling a little bit, but come on, these guys are awesome. Get their jersey. Email us, jersey@chatsports.com, after you get going with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Again, that's chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. And then you email us, jersey@chatsports.com. Go make some money because, hey, it's fun, and we'll hook you guys up with a free jersey. Speaking of money, is Patrick Mahomes overpaid? Well, from a practical level, you could say all NFL players are overpaid, but for NFL standards, no. If anything, he's underpaid, guys. He took a team-friendly deal to stay on a longer-term contract, and his cap hit's very low this year. I will say this, because a lot of people were saying this during the watch party on Sunday. Oh, Mahomes, he's overpaid. He should have taken less money. He did take less money than he could have, trust me. He is trying to do too much. He's obviously having an erratic year for his standards, way too many turnovers at the end of the day. You look at the overall numbers, though, it's not like he's been a disaster, right? Like, the turnovers are bad. He's tied with Zach Wilson for the most in the NFL in interceptions. 9 is way too many through 7 games. But his completion percentage is high, 2,100 yards. The QB rating's still almost over 100. Like, yeah, he's having a bad year for his standards, but 20 to 24 NFL teams, and maybe even more, would take these numbers in a heartbeat. Like, it's just the standards are so high for him, right? And he has to play better. He does. He would be the first to tell you that, and he has said that him and this team have to be able to bounce back. Turnovers are killing this team. They just are. We can rip Spags in the defense, and rightfully so. That group has not been good, and I think there are some effort concerns there, which concerns me. But turnovers are killing this team. Guys, they have 17 turnovers in 7 games. That's most in the NFL by 4 or 5. I think second most has 12 or 13. That's bad. Like, the fact this team is 3-4 and almost won a couple other games with the amount of turnovers is just, it really points to the talent. That's why, while yesterday was bad and there's a lot to be concerned about, if they could just clean up the turnovers and play a little better on defense, this team can still do a lot this year. But you can't keep turning it over 3 or 4 times a game. They have 3 games with 3 or more turnovers. You can't have it. Subscribe to the Chiefs Report. We hope we never turn it over. We try to give you the best coverage here on YouTube. We crossed 21,000 subs last week. Let's keep it moving. Let's get to 22K as soon as possible. Hit that subscribe button if you want the latest Chiefs news, rumors, brand new Monday live streams like this show. Hey, subscribe, and we'll continue to update you guys all season long. Couple more here as we keep it rolling on Chiefs Overreaction Monday. Quick injury update to Mahomes as we stay on topic with him. The good news is he's good. He cleared concussion protocol. If he had to, he could have come back into the game there at the end. But when it's 27-3 late in the fourth quarter, you don't bring him in. You go to Chad Henne. He's fine. You don't speak with the media after the game if you're in concussion protocol. He cleared protocols. He will play this week against the Giants. The extra day off helps with Monday Night Football next week. He is fine. Obviously, he got just shaken up. I mean, he took a knee to the helmet, and that's about a 300-pound knee he took as well. Was slow to get up. His offensive linemen were picking him up a lot because they were missing blocks. Shout out Orlando Brown, who was absolutely terrible in this game, and honestly someone we should be talking about more, which I think we will explore that on a future video. But the good news is, while Mahomes isn't playing that well, he's just fine. He'll be back. He'll be ready to go on Monday, and hopefully the Chiefs can win that game and improve to 4-4. How worried are you about Mahomes? Not just from an injury standpoint, because he should be good there, but from his overall play. 1 being not at all, 100 being you're very concerned. Oh, the NFL's caught up to him, because that's like the hot take now. Oh, the NFL's caught up to Mahomes. Like, he's done. That's not true at all, guys. Like, have teams done a better job? Yes, but he's still, I think a lot of GMs would still take him over any other quarterback. Concern level for me, 20. I mean, it's not – normally I'd say, 5 or less, but the turnovers are a concern. So I'm a little worried, but I think he'll be just fine. He's just got to – you got to put a couple of clean games together. Giants aren't very good, so that's a good opportunity to do so. Okay, final one here. Nick Bolton, breakout year. Well, he just had a breakout game as a rookie, and that's exciting stuff for the second-round pick out of Missouri. He played the Mike linebacker spot, and guys, Nick Bolton was flying around, man. He balled out against the Titans. He was the one dude who just brought it for Kansas City yesterday. He was a big reason why Derrick Henry had less than 3 yards of carry. 15 tackles, 9 solo tackles, 4 tackles for loss. Didn't have a sack, but that's, he's not going to blitz a ton. But he was shooting gaps. He was tackling Derrick Henry one-on-one, which is hard to do. Keep Nick Bolton at that Mike linebacker spot. By the way, Willie Gay Jr. had a pretty nice interception as well. This was the vision that Brett Veach and this coaching staff had when they drafted Gay, when they drafted Bolton, that this duo could be pretty good. Now, there's still a long way to go, and this defense has a lot of issues, but I like the way Nick Bolton played on Sunday. Willie Gay seems to be getting a little bit better, so those are positive signs for the defense, not only for this year, but in the long term as well. Grade Nick Bolton's play against the Titans, A, B, C, D, or F. I mean, I think it's an A, man. He was easily the best player on defense yesterday. So let me know what you guys think. How would you grade Nick Bolton's play against the Titans on Sunday afternoon, despite it being a 27-3 blowout loss? All right, subscribe to the Chiefs Report. Appreciate you guys rocking and rolling with us here on Overreaction Monday. Hit that big red button and subscribe. We'll continue to bring you videos here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and to share that link with a friend. That way you guys never, ever miss a video here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report, because we will continue to have you guys covered all season long.